Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good morning. We are less than 1 minute away from the New York Open. It is Thursday, September 19th, and we had a big move here overnight. Of course, yesterday was FOMC, and here's Asia. Big rally, and that rally continued here through the UK session so far. Of course, we're still in the UK session. These are the two sisters, NASDAQ and S&P 1 minute charts with VWAP, volume weighted average price, and two standard deviation bands here, up and down on the top and the bottom, I should say. Let's go over to the daily frame. Same thing every day, hoping to bore the crap out of you because that's what trading really represents, or should represent to most people. And looking at this daily, wow, that's pretty strong, isn't it, guys? There's a update, a very, very strong update, trading at the highs now as we go into the open in 3 seconds. But an update and bullish body on both the NASDAQ and S&P. This is the all-time high for the S&P. See that there? We're definitely testing the all-time high. It looks like we're about to blast through it on the S&P. All-time high is significantly higher here on the NASDAQ. In fact, it's about 6% away, 5.96% to be precise. And we're going to make a run for this little pivot here by the looks of it. So, bullish stance here on the daily. Let's go down to the power grid. There's that daily candle right there. You can see we're in a fresh zone here. This prior pre-market 30-minute candle closed strongly into that range, and now pulling back here on the open. 1 minute candle right there. I'm going to drop down to the 30-second chart on the open here, guys. Been doing that more lately. Just seems to offer a slightly more surgical or cleaner view some days, not every day. Some days I prefer the 1 minute chart, but today's the 30-second. Back to the two sisters. And now it's all about the relative relationship between these two. And of course the bigger picture that I was showing you just a little bit ago. Dropping down now on both, pulling you back to the trading grid. So we have a bullish message here, very bullish message on the daily. We have a bullish message with a tentative pullback here on the 30-minute chart. And of course we are inside the open range here on the 1 minute chart, or the 30-second chart in this case. I'm going to put you on pause, guys. I'll bring you back if and when anything happens here, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, we're back. Just watching us push down here from below the open range on the S&P and the NASDAQ. We are extended up. There could be a case for shorts here. I'm going to wait a little bit here and see what happens. I'm going to remove this zone marker here, since we closed handily above it. I'm also going to remove this one. I'm going to let this play in here, given that there's so much interest in buying and selling in through here. I'm going to leave this as cleanish traffic. There is a little bit of clustery noise here from the pre-market, but the message is very clear. We are extended up, extended up. After the big news yesterday, the 50 basis point cut by the Fed. Now watching. Not going to chase anything here, guys. I know that many traders will, and that might pay off. It might not. Pulling back, VWAP reversion on the S&P. All right, guys, pulling back now into the open range on the NASDAQ, and just pulling back to the EMAs on the S&P. And there's the trading grid. Decidedly powerful bullish picture here on the daily. Very interesting price action here, guys. We're getting a V bottom here. The buying is very powerful. These dip buyers are coming in on anything here for the time being. We are up 2.4% on the futures on the NASDAQ. Significantly less, of course, in real time for the cash market. Blowing through several days highs here. See all the way back here on the daily. But inside the open range, in the opening minutes, certainly the first 30 minutes or so or beyond, I typically won't take any trades inside of the 1 minute open range, typically. There are sometimes reasons from a structural standpoint, but certainly not on this extended piece here that you see. For me, there's nothing to do. All right, guys, this is just a marker, not doing anything yet. Not live. Not live. I'll move it to the side just so you're clear. Show you what I'm looking at. Looking for a little bit of firmness here. It'd be nice to find support here and then a break above. Nothing yet for me. So now we have an extended piece here on the 30-second chart. I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute. I'll leave it on the 1 minute. It's pretty clean here now, guys, on the 1 minute chart. I'd like to see a pull back to the open range. This is just a marker. I'm not in anything here. It's not a live order. Pulling back now. Just thinking and measuring. This is a tricky open, guys, not gonna lie. This order is not live. All right, guys, deleting this order and toying sell stop, guys. Sell stop right there. Stop above. Session low. Here we go. Canceling the order, guys, because we're going into news. So I'm going to leave this marker here, but unfortunately we have news, so this is not a live trade. I'm going to make that very, very clear. It is 9:49, 10 minutes away from news, and it's a little too tight for my liking. I'm going to let this play out, though, just to show you the trade idea, in case we do get the break below, because sometimes they'll play out just the way you want them to, despite the impending news. So there it is, guys. Got triggered in. Just going to watch this play. But again, not an actual trade. All right, guys, we're back. Just watching this paper trade now play out, as I mentioned. So the news did bring in some buying here, so it was a good idea not to have taken that in advance of the news, and it is high impact news, of course. I actually think it's mislabeled. It probably should be medium impact, quite frankly, because on the announcement, almost nothing happened, which was right in through here. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to delete this marker now, guys. I think you get the idea of where that was going and where that is going. Nothing for me here. We're back into the open range, just grinding around. And that's what the picture looks like on the Two Sisters. This may be a no trade day for me. All right, guys, we're back. It's around 10:20 a.m. You can see that we have made a new session high here. I'm not jumping in on this, of course, given that we are so extended up here from this kind of a V bottom on a kind of a mixed picture day at this point. Lots of tug of war going back and forth here, and then we had the news, of course, right about here with almost no reaction, but some steady buying up here. And I suppose that makes sense given the nature of the environment we're in. I'm just going to watch. This looks like a no trade day for me. All right, guys, we're back. Just watching now. Just a marker. All right, buy stop order, guys. Buy stop order. Looking for a trend continuation move. Hopefully a very quick trade here. Bullish daily. Looking for new session highs in a fresh zone after testing the underside of the open range here and assimilating news in through here, resolving to the upside for now. And I am, oh, not in. Interesting. Did not get triggered there, guys, so the market's a little bit higher, but you get the idea. And I'm in now. I am in. Long the NASDAQ. Here we go. And there it is, guys. I looked away for a moment, and we nailed that thing within 1.5 candles. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you long wait, but then finally the opportunity showed up nice and clean above session high. Very bullish daily, bullish 30-minute, fresh zone, breaking prior candle highs. Of course, multi-candle highs here on the 30-minute, above the 9, above the 21, with those two configured in a bullish stance, of course, and then nailing that thing without too much trouble and without too much time. Nice stress-free trade. Thanks for being here.